Baby mama number 1 and 2. If you ain't learned already, I ain't giving you shit. Like I fought to earn this life, I'm gonna fight to keep it. Not giving it away to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna take this. I'm gonna shoot, stab, and kill. And I'm gonna protect this bottom line at all cost. I've earned it, and I'm gonna protect it. I'm gonna protect it as hard as I've earned it.
What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Tyrese. Tyrese is crashing out. He stated in a video that he is willing to do whatever it takes to protect his money from not one, but both of his baby's mothers. Okay. Now, we know that he has had the child support issues with Samantha. I think it's starting to drive him crazy. The fact that she keeps coming for more and more money, and he feels like the court system is allowing her to do that. You know, they'd only been married, a couple of years. They had a child together, and she got out of that relationship because I don't think she really wanted to be with Tyrese. I think she wanted the money. She wanted the attention. She wanted to build her own platform. And Tyrese has come to that realization. He's come to that realization. Now, maybe the recent election has him on edge as well. He was a very big supporter of Kamala Harris, and she lost. So that could be a part of the crash out as well. But him stating that he would harm anybody that tries to take his money from him that he worked hard for. He said he worked hard for his money, and he's not willing to give it up to any one of these women that he was with. Listen, this is the position that men get put in when they try. He tried to have a family with her. You see, Samantha wasn't a woman that he was just screwing, who was a side chick, a jump off, right? That just so happened to get pregnant. He was married to this woman. He's married to this woman. He wanted a family with this woman. But that's not what she wanted, because when you listen to her talk and speak about the influences in her life, you could tell ain't no male influence in her life. You know, and she never really wanted to be in a relationship where, you know, Tyrese was leading the household. I think she's one of those women that wants to be the leader of the household, or she would prefer to be single, right? I think a lot when women say they're single by choice, I do believe that, because if you leave a situation and you have absolutely no reason as to why you left, except for the fact that you were uncomfortable being in a quote unquote patriarchal marriage, because Samantha, up until recently, she had in her Instagram bio, she was a feminist, but I guess she's not a feminist anymore, quote unquote, maybe, probably so. But it's the move that you make. And I think Tyrese is feeling the pressure because, again, he did get arrested for non-paying of child support. I think he had to make a payment in order to get out of that situation. But he's doubling down on it. He's doubling down on it. And he's going to continue to fight this. And I understand, as a man, you don't want to have to give what you've worked hard for, because Tyrese came from nothing. And he worked hard to get to where he is. And I don't think that he feels like he should be giving a woman that he had only been with for a couple of years any of his money. I think he's willing to take care of his child with Samantha and his daughter with his ex. But to him, he feels like these women are trying to milk him. But see, that's what comes with marriage and having children with certain women. But it's very clear to me that Samantha's about the bag, and not her own, his. Even though she's a content creator, she makes content on social media, she still wants his money. And that's why I can't respect that. Even though I don't know Samantha, I don't have an issue with her. Maybe one day I'll speak to her. I just feel like she's going about this the wrong way. If you are a woman and you are a feminist and you are someone who believes in pushing yourself forward, you left the marriage, Samantha. Samantha, you left Tyrese. When you left Tyrese, I'm sure you left with the intent on building your own life, which you in some ways have, but you just can't let go of having him funded. I'm pretty sure you could have found some other man to do that. Maybe you have, and you're keeping that to yourself. I know Tyrese mentioned that he knew a guy that you were dealing with privately, right? He still has not put that person out here. But I think that if Samantha is really about building her own, she needs to let this child support thing go, or work out an arrangement that's suitable for both. Because you have one child together. You don't have 2 or 3. I can see if you have multiple children together, but you only have one child together. You don't have multiple children together. You don't. So I want to get into this article with Tyrese and what he had to say. It's according to Vibe. Tyrese Gibson has vowed to protect his assets from the mothers of his children by any means necessary. The singer and actor recently voiced his willingness to commit physical violence to ensure that Samantha Lee and Norma Mitchell, the mothers of his 2 children, do not receive access to his property and earnings. In a video posted on the Cali native social media accounts, Gibson expressed that he'd go as far as to committing a crime to keep ownership of his possessions, monetary or otherwise. You see what happens when you push a man too far. You heifers aren't learning anything. Tyrese is willing to go to jail in order to protect what he has. Child support is extortion. And the fact that he had to get out of his recent issue by paying, it's extortion. And you wonder why I'm against marriage and against men. Listen, I'm not for having children out of wedlock with women that you don't know. It's clear he didn't know, even though he was in a relationship with her, he didn't know Samantha like that because the woman flipped on him as soon as she had that child. You got to protect your seed, especially when you're a man of money and resources. But sometimes if you don't vet women properly enough, you come across a wolf in sheep's clothing. Addressing Leah Mitchell as baby mama 1 and 2, the Fast and Furious actor was defiant in his messaging as he was adamant in his refusal to give in to either woman's alleged demands. I ain't giving you bleep. Like I fought to earn this life, I'ma fight to keep it, the 45-year-old said in the clip. I'ma shoot, stab, and take a life over mine, he added. I'm gonna protect this bottom line at all costs. I've earned it and I'm gonna protect it. And he has absolutely every right to feel this way. I just feel like Samantha and Norma are going about this the wrong way. If I was to give Samantha advice, I would say, listen, Samantha, you left him. He didn't leave you. He didn't kick you out of the home. You left voluntarily. So what you need to do is voluntarily build your own to the point to where you don't have to ask him for anything. You didn't want. It's funny how women don't want to be with a man, but you want his money. You don't want to be with a man, but you want that man's money. That's the irony of Western women. You don't want him, but you want his money. Goes on to say, Gibson has been very vocal about his legal battle with ex-wife Samantha Lee, whom he divorced in 2020 regarding him paying child support. In the wake of their divorce, the hitmaker has accused Lee and her attorneys of cracking the prenuptial agreement the former couple signed prior to getting married. So he signed into a prenup, but they still are trying to challenge it. Why does Samantha's lawyers just request all of my bank statements? Why are they sending screenshots of my IMDb page? He questioned a social media post back in September. Leave me the F alone, man. I did a prenuptial agreement for a reason. And it seems to me that Samantha she signed it, but she probably was going to fight it. She was going to fight it no matter what. This is why I tell y'all, man, marriage a lot of times just isn't worth it unless that woman brings something to the marriage. If she's not bringing nothing to the marriage, she has nothing to lose. Therefore, it's going to be easy for her to leave. Even if you sign a prenup, she'll still try to fight it. The singer also said the judge presiding over his and Lee's case recently raised his child support payments to $3,600 per month to $10,000 per month due to his conflicting relationship with Lee's attorneys. And I don't think that that's something that a judge should be doing. It just seemed like, say whatever you want about Tyrese, but the one thing Tyrese has done a good job of is exposing the fact that, this judge seemingly is emotionally invested. As a judge, you should never be emotionally invested in what is going on. I just think that the judge, for some reason, I feel, has made himself emotionally involved in this particular case with Tyrese, right? But I think that's a lot of times that's what happens. A lot of times when you're dealing in these Hollywood circles and you're a celebrity, people think that, you get special treatment. I don't think Tyrese is getting any type of special treatment in this situation. I don't think Tyrese is getting special treatment. And that's one thing this has shown me, is that he's not getting special treatment at all. I think that Tyrese is in a situation where he's being screwed over. They have one child together. And I'm speaking mainly on Samantha because, Samantha's been very aggressive in her trying to go after him for child support. So she's going to be the main avatar, even though he's speaking on both of his exes. She's the one who's been the most aggressive. It's almost like she planned it, right? Which is a bad look. And I think Tyrese thought that, his lawyers could handle it and it wouldn't get to where it is. But you could tell that this thing is stressing him out. It really is. You raise the child support from $3,600, which is very reasonable for one child. Okay, one child. What the child gonna do with $10,000 a month? That month they use child support as spousal support. They use it as spousal support. Now, yes, he married Samantha, and that's what's going into that decision. That's what's going. I don't think the judge is being fair. I think the judge is being emotional, and he sees that Tyrese is calling him out, and again, gentlemen, you have to vet these women. Looks ain't everything. A lot of these women, again, are wolves in sheep's clothing. They will act as if they are the perfect woman for you, that they're religious and spiritual. They understand your plight as a black man. But when the time comes, they will flip on you. And I think that probably the most difficult thing for Tyrese is that, I think he really cared about this woman. And I think that he's come to realize that the feelings were never really mutual. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram. I'll see y'all next one.